Is the Beam cryptocurrency poised for a resurgence, or is it heading towards a deeper decline? This question has been on the minds of many, given the coin's recent dramatic movements. Not so long ago, Beam experienced a significant price surge. In a span of just 2 months, it leaped from a modest 2.5 cents in October to a whopping $3 by December. This spike certainly favored the bulls. But as with any roller coaster, what goes up must come down, and come down it did. After hitting a crucial supply level, Beam faced a sharp decline. Its current price hovers around a mere 7.5 cents, a far cry from its December peak. The potential support and resistance levels are at 6.3 cents and 13 cents respectively. These numbers paint a picture of a coin in the throes of a bearish trend. But what is causing this? And more importantly, is there potential for a turnaround? Now, let us delve deeper into what could be causing this trend and if there's potential for a turnaround. To understand Beam's current state, we need to look at some vital indicators. Let's start with the Moving Average Convergence Divergence, or MACD. The MACD is a trend-following momentum indicator that shows the relationship between two moving averages of a security's price. In Beam's case, the MACD is currently below zero. Now, what does this mean? Simply put, when the MACD is below zero, it indicates that the short-term momentum is slower than the long-term, suggesting a bearish trend. Next, we have the Relative Strength Index, or RSI. This is another momentum indicator, but it measures the speed and change of price movements. An RSI of 31.26 is within the bearish territory, indicating that the selling pressure for Beam outweighs the buying pressure. Generally, an RSI below 30 signals an oversold condition, and an RSI above 70 indicates an overbought condition. So, with Beam's RSI at 31.26, it shows that we're close to an oversold condition, which is an indication of a bearish trend. Now, let's talk about the significance of these indicators. The MACD and RSI are commonly used by traders to predict future price movements. A bearish MACD and RSI suggests that the market sentiment for Beam is currently negative and the selling pressure is higher than the buying pressure. This could lead to a further decrease in price. However, it's important to remember that these are just indicators. They're tools to help us understand the market sentiment and predict potential price movements. They don't guarantee future outcomes. Market sentiment can change rapidly due to various factors such as news events, market trends, and economic indicators. These indicators suggest a prevailing bearish sentiment among investors, but can this trend change? Another crucial aspect to consider is the volume inflow and the number of active addresses. In the realm of cryptocurrency, these two factors play a significant role in the value and demand of a digital asset. For our case study, Beam, we've noticed a notable decrease in both volume inflow and active addresses. And you may be wondering, what does this mean? Well, let me break it down for you. Volume inflow refers to the amount of a particular cryptocurrency that is being purchased or traded within a specific period. When the volume inflow is high, it indicates that there is a high level of interest and activity surrounding that cryptocurrency. On the other hand, when there's a decrease in volume inflow, like in the case of Beam, it can suggest a lack of buying pressure. This means that fewer people are purchasing or trading the cryptocurrency. And as a result, the cryptocurrency's value may decrease, as we've seen with Beam's recent price decline. Now let's talk about active addresses. These are the number of unique from or to addresses used per day. Think of it as a measure of how many individuals are actively using a cryptocurrency on a daily basis. When the number of active addresses decreases, it suggests that fewer people are using the cryptocurrency. As with volume inflow, a decrease in active addresses can indicate a decrease in demand. And as we know, when demand decreases and supply remains constant, the value of an asset, including a digital one like Beam, can decrease. So, what we're seeing with Beam, a decline in both volume inflow and active addresses, suggests a decrease in both demand and value. It's not an encouraging sign for those hoping to see a price surge. However, it's important to remember that in the world of cryptocurrencies, nothing is set in stone. Trends can change rapidly, and what's down one day could be up the next. A decline in both volume inflow and active addresses is not a good sign. But remember, in the world of cryptocurrencies, trends can change rapidly. Despite the current bearish trends, is there a potential for a Beam resurgence? This is a question that has been on the minds of many. Cryptocurrencies are notoriously volatile, and Beam is no exception. Despite its recent decline, several factors could potentially contribute to a resurgence. Firstly, increased adoption of Beam could drive up demand and consequently its value. As more people learn about and start using Beam, the demand for it could increase, leading to a potential price surge. This is particularly true if Beam can distinguish itself from other cryptocurrencies and offer unique advantages that attract users. Secondly, technological advancements could also play a key role in Beam's potential resurgence. Cryptocurrencies are a rapidly evolving field, and new technologies and innovations can have a significant impact on a cryptocurrency's value. If Beam can leverage these advancements, it might be able to reverse its current bearish trend. Collaborations too have the potential to drive a resurgence. Partnerships with other companies or platforms can expand Beam's reach and usage, potentially leading to an increase in its value. The more partnerships Beam can secure, the more likely it is to see a resurgence. Yet, it's essential to remember that the world of cryptocurrencies is unpredictable. While these factors might contribute to a resurgence, there's also the possibility that Beam could continue its downward trend. The volatile nature of cryptocurrencies means that anything can happen, and investors should always be prepared for all outcomes. Investing in cryptocurrencies is not for the faint-hearted. It requires a keen understanding of the market and a willingness to take on risk. But for those who are ready to dive in, the potential rewards can be significant. While the current indicators suggest a bearish trend, the potential for a resurgence cannot be ruled out entirely. After all, in the world of cryptocurrencies, today's bear could be tomorrow's bull. So, where does this leave Beam and its potential for resurgence? This question looms large over our discussion today. We've delved into the nitty-gritty of Beam's current landscape, examining its significant price surge from a mere 2.5 cents in October to $3 by December. However, a subsequent sharp decline has painted a somewhat bearish picture for this cryptocurrency. Key indicators such as the MACD below zero and RSI at 31.26 signal a lack of buying pressure. Decreased volume inflow and declining active addresses further suggest a decrease in demand and value. These factors, as they stand, point towards a bearish trend for Beam. Nevertheless, it's important to remember the volatile nature of cryptocurrencies. The potential for resurgence always exists, and with support at 6.3 cents and resistance at 13 cents, Beam could still surprise us. While Beam currently shows a bearish trend, only time will tell if it can turn the tables and show a resurgence. The future of Beam, like all cryptocurrencies, remains an exciting blend of uncertainty and potential.